It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the Hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate, ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renas Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Dahnans started pressing their own.
Renins, Dahnans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen,
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
a man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renins inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renins to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hootle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hootle.
Ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Sorry, but this fight ends here!
Now, Asuna!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
I'm on it! It's turn to
Holy bear! Holy lamb!
There!
Now!
Prepare to
Mom,
be
get toasty!
burn strike!
Will this help?
This freaking does it!
Carve down! Healing circle! Now!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Nope, that'd be silly.
More with that air thrust!
Do it!
Shield! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here, let me help. Art expert, coming through!
Take this!
Lightning!
Eat this! Here and
Not
now!
today!
And not on my watch!
Do it! Inferno Crunch!
Luna! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! There! Illuminate the dark!
Transform!
Holy Glimmer!
Anything
Holy
in our
Light!
control!
Here!
I can carve through armor!
Damn it!
Denied!
Out of ammo! Watson!
Super Swallow Dance! There!
By the power
Now I'm in the groove!
Do it! Jubilee!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Dahnan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances.
Like all of us, you mean?
I think we may have had the chance once. Before...
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope. On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive in the past 300 years. No, even before that, just how many people, Renan or Dahnan, do you think have ever seen this?
regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know.
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like?
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Here, let me help. First aid! Just these ones can run freaks around us. Glacial spear, here's the evil.
Watch it!
Here, let me help. First aid!
Talon
Lunar corruptor, ready!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Not in your dream.
Will this help? I'll walk you through!
Healing circle, gale force, raging cascade,
Eternal devastation! Eat this!
Leave the
Draw back to me!
wind astral energy. You got company.
Anything in armor is
Sleep
all
now.
mine.
More healing style.
What a relief!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
To the wheel.
Back to
Let's
me!
go.
There!
I'll be saving
Tear you apart! Now, in the groove! Further!
Lightning orb. More where that came from.
Tectonic blast!
What's in the sky is mine.
Eternal devastation! Talon
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right
Not
beside you.
today!
Can't be Here's a healing orb. That'll bring you down. This is it.
I'm just getting started!
First
I
aid.
owe you one!
The earth throbs in pain.
Swallow Gang!
Thunder by the power of the lightning. Down, holy lance. Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Dahnans?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Dahnans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Dahnans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
I'm on it. Here I go.
Lightning orb!
That fuss is driving me mad! What is this?
Hey, you okay? Wait, freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Dragon Swarm!
Searing flame!
Eternal devastation! Sorry, but this fight ends here! Go faster!
Now, Asuna!
Law, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one.
I'll smash it! Already on it!
Not in your dreams!
Dragon down!
Healing circle!
Okay,
Dance with the wind!
you picked the wrong fight!
Yes!
I'm sorry, Bob.
We've all got enough of it.
It's this!
Let them march! Do it!
I'm on a roll now!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Take enemies incoming! This one's mine!
You will take them down!
Radiant cascade!
Soaring light spear!
Flame! Dance to the wind! Air thrust!
Vacuum
Blah,
blade!
blah, blah. This one's mine!
It must take guts to fight
No
no weapon.
further!
I'm not brave. I just do what I have to.
If you're ever in a pinch, just say the word.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Soaring light spear!
Dance to the wind! In here! Annihilation!
Dragon Swarm! Vacuum blade!
Armor won't save you!
Crush! Take this!
In here! Reload!
Dragon Swarm!
Leave the charges to me. Far enough. Do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Raging spear! Here's the evil!
Whirlwind
Eternal devastation!
Wasn't not on my watch! Mega ray!
Not today! More Suko?
Keep calm and take them down.
Now I'm real mad!
Go get it! Do it! Kizara, go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here's a healing arc.
Not again!
I never miss.
Dragon Swarm! Eternal devastation!
Do it! This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end
I
this
never
battle!
miss. I'm right beside you.
Dragon Swarm!
Take this!
Here's a healing arc.
In a bind?
First
I owe
aid.
you one! Burn!
Razor spear. Here's the evil. Raging
Dragon
storm.
Swarm!
Do it. Xion, go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Raging
More?
cascade. Here I go. One
Eternal
more.
devastation!
Dance in the wind.
Leave it to me!
Vacuum blade!
Far enough!
More for the sun!
Eat this! Eternal devastation! Dragon form! Dueling! In an instant! Impact cross! More! My turn! Hurricane thrust! Start up!
Holy light!
Soaring blood spear! Here I come!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
Nope, that is silly. Inside me yearns to be let free. Dragon swarm!
Now!
We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Raw's on.
I owe you, Sion. Healing is what my art can do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. Illuminate the dark! Magic
Your arts are really incredible.
It's thanks to you as a mutant.
I promise I'll...
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy! Way to go!
Blade!
Here's evil!
Save you!
More? Eat this! The flame inside me yearns to be let free.
Radiant pierce!
Damn! Not today!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Damn! I'm on it!
Radiant sword! Laser spear! Pierce evil! Raging cascade! I never miss!
Eagle assault! All things devastation!
Here goes!
Now I can let loose.
Take it!
Burn in hell!
Grab away!
Vacuum blade!
Not on my watch!
Dragon swarm! Do it! Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
I'm even stronger than before.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogle
Now, whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even...
No holding back!
To be seen. This'll be a piece of cake. In a vine.
These things really get on my nerves!
Come one, come all!
I require complete focus!
Now you see
Got
what I
fire.
can do.
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it! Raging
All yours.
flame!
Ignite!
Eat this!
Vacuum blade!
More for the
Now I can let loose.
All good
This
things
one's
come
mine.
to an end.
All
Vacuum blade!
Super swallow dash! Let healing power storm!
Here I come!
Now! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Not a chance!
Naturally!
I'm also Eternal devastation! All things here and now! Strike! It's over!
Radiant flood! Here! Sweet dreams! Searing flame!
I can't imagine what we'd do without you, Renwell.
Who, me? That's a little much, don't you think?
I'm serious. You're a lifesaver.
Vacuum blade!
That's enough! I'm ready!
Dragon pistol!
Where are you going?
Eat this!
Do it!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy! Way to go!
Now you see what I can do. Can't get out of this. Nothing gets by me. Glimmer flash!
Get out of there with the others!
Eagle assault!
Here I come! Dragon swarm! Vacuum blade!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more.
That took more energy than I expected.
Just rely on wood?
That's an interest...